Comcast Cablevision presents high school football. In the Colonial Conference today, the Eagles of West Deptford Township visiting the Thundering Herd of Woodbury High School. This pregame show brought to you by the Bank of Gloucester County. Hi everybody, on a gorgeous day, Bob Shryock along with Steve Crispin at Woodbury High School. And Steve, an important early season Colonial Conference game for both of these teams.
Yes, West Deptford coming in with a record of 1-1, suffering a setback in their opening season game to Haddon Township, something Clyde Folsom did not want. He wanted to come into this game 2-0. Both these teams figured to be in contention for that Colonial Conference. Certainly Paulsboro has reigned there for a number of years, but both these teams feel confident with the talent that they have that they certainly compete. Woodbury at 2-0 certainly wants to stay in the thick of things and would love nothing more than to go into that big contest against Paulsboro with an undefeated record.
Clyde Folsom, the West Deptford coach, Steve, very concerned about that Woodbury team speed.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of people are concerned. This team only returns 4 starters from last year, but the one thing year in and year out that you can always count on from a Jim Boyd team is that team speed. They run out of that full house backfield, the wishbone look. They've done it for a number of years, and they're going to do everything they can to utilize that speed, using the option to try to get outside.
Woodbury has a primetime player, Steve, Lamar Sturdivant.
Certainly one of the best players in South Jersey this year, a highly recruited Division I prospect. We've had the opportunity to watch Lamar over the years, and we've just appreciated what he's done on the offensive side of the ball, and certainly Clyde Folsom's concern with that. An explosive runner, great speed. He's when he gets in the open field, he's very tough, but surprisingly enough, he's being heavily recruited as a defensive ball player, and we're going to keep our eyes today. Probably nobody in South Jersey closes quicker on the ball out of a defensive secondary position than Lamar Sturdivant.
Or hits as hard.
Or hits as hard.
Jim Boyd has some concerns as well with the West Deptford offense, Steve.
This is a very balanced attack, and we're going to they'll concentrate on their quarterback, Dave Foreman, and he's in a position where they try to allow him to make as many things happen offensively as possible. Good speed running out of that wing T formation, and probably the key in this ball game for both teams is the team that can move the ball on the ground the best is the one that's going to be the successful and probably come out on top with a win.
All right, this, of course, a neighborhood rivalry that has been dominated by Woodbury. Woodbury, in fact, with 24 wins against only 5 losses, 2 ties in the 31-game series between these teams. Pre-game show has been brought to you by the Bank of Gloucester County. Stay tuned for the opening kickoff right after this.
Today's game is brought to you by Valley & Bow. People in the know, go to Valley & Bow. By the Bank of Gloucester County. Hometown banking, nearby, near you. By Proby Chiropractic. Feel good naturally. By Underwood Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of Jefferson Health System. Underwood Memorial, a higher standard in community health care. And by Ace Ford, 10 acres of over 300 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans.
Comcast Cablevision presents high school football. A gorgeous day from Woodbury High School. Colonial Conference football. The Eagles of West Deptford and their neighborhood rivals, the Thundering Herd of Woodbury. Bob Shryock along with Steve Crispin. We're ready to get underway. Kicking off Mike Urian for West Deptford High School. And deep, a couple of threats for Woodbury High School. Lamar Sturdivant, they're going to kick away from him. And taking it to 25-yard line right up the field, and a pretty good return by Mason Allen, a senior for Woodbury. So Woodbury, Steve, with good field position for the first possession at their own 41-yard line.
Ball again on the Crispin 42-yard line.
What a day for a football game, Steve.
Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Early in the season here, you can't ask for anything more than an early season matchup between two fine teams, as we talked about earlier, who were in contention here on a beautiful Saturday morning.
Kent Ryan running the offense for Woodbury High School. Had a good second game. Sturdivant trying to get to the corner, but he's still on his feet. Breaks tackles, and he could go. Needs one block. He's going to go. Sturdivant, 35, 25, 15, 10. He'll waltz in. I thought he was tackled 3 different times, Steve. Sturdivant with a 59-yard scoring run on the first offensive play of the football game. Steve, I thought he was down.
And I think that's exactly what the West Deptford defense had thought. They defended the play extremely well. Woodbury coming out with a different look in the I formation, trying to utilize the speed and the running ability of Sturdivant. The pitch to the left-hand side, as I indicated, the defense was there. They made the stop. It looked like they had held Sturdivant to no gain, but not bringing him down. No whistle was blown, breaking the tackles and getting back down the right side for the score.
Well, Babylonia trying the extra point for Woodbury High School. A stunning 59-yard touchdown run from scrimmage by Lamar Sturdivant. As Steve indicated, one of the top players in South Jersey. He showed it on that run. This is going to be a delay of the game, I believe. So Babylonia is now going to have to kick a 25-yard extra point. Quite a run by Lamar Sturdivant. Joe Mulhern, the referee. So just 21 seconds into the football game, Woodbury with a 6-0 lead. That was Sturdivant on the sidelines, resting after his long run. And the extra point kick no good. So Woodbury, just 21 seconds into the football game, owns a 6-0 lead. That's got to be a stunner for the opposition, Steve, to face that on the first play.
Well, the one thing that I think that West Deptford wanted to do defensively was force Woodbury to utilize a lot of time, spend a lot of time out there, try to create situations in which the only way they allowed them to score is putting together long drives, force them to use the option. The option offense that Woodbury primarily runs is a high potential for mistake offense. A lot of pitches can be involved, a lot of chances for error. The one thing you don't want to let happen is give up the big play, and they do it very quickly here in this ball game.
West Deptford coming off a nice victory over Sterling last week, but stunned on the first offensive play of the football game. Sturdivant now will show his versatility by kicking off for the Thundering Herd. One of those triple threat guys, Steve, kind of a throwback. Sturdivant also 2 for 2 passing the football from his halfback position this year. So Lamar Sturdivant, of course, best known as a defensive player, does everything for Woodbury High School.
And that first offensive series, it showed you one of the things that Jim Boyd wanted to do this year. When you run out of the wishbone offense, you have 3 backs back there. It's hard to feature any one player. Coming in that I formation, you're giving Sturdivant the ball deep in the backfield and giving him an opportunity to read the defense, which he was able to do there on that touchdown run.
Dave Foreman, the West Deptford quarterback, deep for the kickoff return. But it's taken at the 18-yard line by Kevin Overton, and he'll get a short return, although battles for a couple of extra yards up to about the 27. So West Deptford down 6-0 will have its first offensive possession of the football game.
Along with number 20, Tim Rivera.
Dave Foreman, senior quarterback, running the attack for the West Deptford Eagles. Woodbury very concerned about that wing T trap. Handoff inside and some pretty good yardage for Bill Atkinson. He's a senior 220-pounder. He's a load to bring down. Pretty good gain up to the 31-yard line. Pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for West Deptford.
10 players returning on this West Deptford team. They have a lot of experience up front. They had to replace a couple people in the backfield. Had to replace Brandon Marty, who left last year with graduation. But they're very confident with the running backs that they have and with this line that they have, that they can control that line of scrimmage and put together a good running attack.
Handoff straight ahead and not much doing here. Lamont Lee with the carry. Gets a couple of yards to about the 33. John Stites with the tackle for Woodbury. He's a junior. Jim Boyd very happy with this Woodbury defense so far this year. Third down coming up for West Deptford, about 5 to go for a first down. Foreman rolling. He'll keep the football. Missed tackle, and he'll have the first down. A great job by Foreman, and one of the best tacklers in the area. Missed the tackle, Sean Harvey for Woodbury. He does a great job defensively for the Thundering Herd. First down, West Deptford. The ball at their own 41-yard line.
And you saw there how West Deptford will try to utilize the talents of Dave Foreman. A good runner, has a good arm, utilizing the rollout to the right-hand side. First option, of course, is to look for the receiver, but if he sees running room, as we saw there, he's going to take every opportunity and take advantage of it.
Right up the middle. Pretty good yardage again. Atkinson with the carry gets the ball up to about the 46-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play. So the West Deptford offense looking sharp on this first possession. Second down and 5.
And this is what Clyde Folsom felt his team had to do. He needs to keep that offense out on the field. They need to move the ball, take some time off the clock, keep that Woodbury offense off the field.
And picking his way for another first down is Cameron Atkinson. Ball across midfield to about the 47, so back-to-back first downs for the Eagles, and they control the football as they wished. And had possession inside Woodbury territory for the first time. Ball about the 48-yard line. 9 minutes, 20 seconds to play first period, 6-0 Woodbury. Another good run by Cameron Atkinson, and close to another first down into about the 39-yard line. I'm impressed so far, Steve, with the West Deptford ground game.
The wing team formation comes at you in a lot of different ways, and one of the things that Woodbury defensively was concerned about was their ability to run that power, that sweep. They do a lot of things in terms of getting their guards out in front of their backs, which they did on that particular play. You have Bill Atkinson out of the fullback position who runs strong in the middle, and Cameron Atkinson with the speed to get to the outside very quickly.
2nd and 1. Straight ahead, first down yardage for Bill Atkinson, the big 220-pound fullback. 3 straight Eagle first downs. The ball at the 35-yard line of Woodbury. So after Sturdivant stunned West Deptford with the 59-yard TD run, West Deptford has come back and controlled the football for the next more than 4 minutes. Atkinson finding a hole, getting to the outside, and he is punished by Sturdivant. That's the kind of a tackle we're used to seeing from Lamar Sturdivant, but a nice gain again for Cameron Atkinson to the 31-yard line, and see, they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards a carry.
Cameron Atkinson doing a very nice job of getting to that hole quickly. When you're running side to side, you got to get upfield. He saw the opening, broke upfield. Mentioned the fact that Sturdivant out at safety position, he closes real fast, but not before they were able to pick up 5 yards.
2nd down and 5. All running plays so far for West Deptford. Good job of following his block by Lamont Lay, but gets only a yard or 2 inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line, where it'll bring up a 3rd down for the Eagles of West Deptford. 3rd down at about 3 yards. West Deptford off to a 1-1 start. The Thundering Herd 2-0. And of course, the big news as we look at Jim Boyd, the Woodbury coach. Paulsboro High School last night at Haddonfield tying the all-time state record for consecutive wins at 54. They'll go for the record against Haddon Heights at home next Saturday. 3rd down and 3. Movement up front, so the first mistake apparently offensively for West Deptford will cost them 5 yards. That can be a drive killer. That kind of thing, Steve.
It certainly can. 3rd down and 4 is probably a running play, maybe looking to get to the outside. They've been very effective in picking up 4 and 5 yards at a pop. Now putting it in 3rd and long situation. Tough call here. You got to question whether or not you might look to pass. You can consider maybe 2 down territory. You're inside the 35. Maybe if it's 2 down, we might elect to run here.
3rd down and about 8 for West Deptford. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to play, first period. And they keep it, Foreman with the rollout. And he will gain only a yard or two, so it'll bring up a 4th down for West Deptford in about 6.
There you saw the speed of that Woodbury defense. A nice fake into the line. Interior lineman kind of bid on the fake, and Foreman looked like he had a lot of room to run to the outside. But getting good closure from the linebackers and the safeties held him just about a 2-yard gain.
4th and about 6, so the first big play offensively for West Deptford today as they try to sustain the drive. They've gotten 3 first downs on this possession. Foreman. And good coverage in the secondary enables Woodbury to sack the quarterback. In on the play is John Stites, number 16. Steve Smith also in on the play. So Woodbury will take over at its own 39-yard line after stopping West Deptford, and that penalty looms big, Steve, I think.
It did. It created that 3rd down and long situation, and there the 4th down and long. Surprising, looking to go deep there on their pass pattern. They only had 2 men, both of them deep, well covered. Foreman not having enough time to make that turn and get the ball downfield.
John Stites, who was in on that tackle, getting a little drink of water. 1st and 10 for the Thundering Herd. Sturdivant with only a yard or two. Good job by the interior of the West Deptford defense. In on the tackle was Bill Atkinson. And Brown also in on the tackle. Jeff Brown, 225-pound junior. Pickup of only 2, 2nd down and 8. West Deptford able to use almost 6 minutes of the clock, but put no points on the board, so Woodbury still leads 6-0. Ryan Kent, only a junior, getting the starting quarterbacking job for Woodbury this year. Had a real good 2nd game last week. Kent tries to go deep, and it's caught. And 1 tackle to break. He breaks 1, but is finally dropped. And a great run by Martin Johnson after the circus catch from Ryan Kent. So a 2nd big offensive play for the Thundering Herd. They move it to the 20-yard line on a pickup of 40 yards. Just kind of floated that one in out there. And Martin Johnson, a great job, Steve, of running under the football.
Johnson really doing a nice job. Well covered on that sideline. Just a little bit of flash down the sideline. And Ryan Kent putting the ball up there, trying to allow Martin Johnson to utilize his height and his speed to get himself open. Able to get up there and make that reception for the big game.
1st and 10, ball at the West Deptford 20-yard line. Kent keeping the football. And picks up about 4 yards to the 16-yard line.
Woodbury showing a lot of different looks. There they had the double wing with only 1 fullback in the backfield with a motion, kind of getting back to their basic wishbone type offensive attack. Fake to the fullback. He rides the fullback very quickly into the line and then finds the opening, pulling the ball out, picking up about 4 yards.
2nd down and 6 for the Thundering Herd. Sturdivant has some room, gets to the outside, still on his feet, trying to get to the corner, and gets in for the touchdown. So Lamar Sturdivant with a 16-yard touchdown run. He has carried the ball 3 times and scored twice here in the first period. Runs of 59 and now 16 yards. And at the 4:10 mark of the first period, it's 12-0 Woodbury.
Really have to like the way in which they have altered their offense now to utilize these talents of Lamar Sturdivant. Again, running out of that I formation, getting the ball to him deep in the backfield gives him that opportunity to read the hole once he's able to get through that initial line of scrimmage and break to the outside.
Now they'll go for 2 since they missed the 1-point conversion trying the first touchdown. Kent rolling. He'll try to get in. No, he's man wide open, but overthrows him. He had Harvey wide open in the corner of the end zone, but the ball overthrown by Kent. So Woodbury failing on both of its conversion tries. Still leads 12-0. And Steve, let's see this touchdown again.
There you see it. Once he gets through that out the front line of the defense there, he's able to break it to the outside and uses that speed to get himself down the sideline for the score.
Had a chance to talk to Jim Boyd about Sturdivant before the game, Steve, and he already has solid offers from Rutgers, Syracuse, Michigan State, North Carolina State, and Ole Miss. Now, most of those teams, if you look at Harvey, most of those teams want Sturdivant to play defense. They see him as a defensive back in college, but Lamar wants to run the football, Steve, so that's going to be an interesting situation.
And you can see why. And we said before, we appreciate the fact that we've had the opportunity to see him play and the great things he's able to do in running the football. But at the next level, a lot of people, they look at his size, they look at the speed, they look at the way he's able to attack defensively and feel that he has all the physical tools to be an outstanding defensive player, cornerback, safety type position.
So Woodbury has only run 6 offensive plays here in the first period. They've scored on 2 of them. West Deptford had a great long drive that fizzled, and the score is 12-0 Thundering Herd. So statistics don't always show what's happening in a football game. Sturtevant kicking off again. Foreman deep for West Deptford. Good kick this time. Foreman giving way to the 15-yard to Cameron Atkinson. And Atkinson with a return to about the 29-yard line. Looks like an injured West Deptford player on the kickoff.
As you mentioned, Bob, a real tough start for West Deptford here, giving up the long run to Sturtevant in that first offensive play for Woodbury, where it looked like they had him tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and then giving up the quick pass, and we'll have to see if they're able to recover.
12-0 Woodbury. We'll be right back. Cameron Atkinson, the injured West Deptford player who returned a kickoff, being helped off the field as we return to action. Steve Crispin along with Bob Shryock. 12-0 Woodbury lead here in the first period, 4:02 to play. And West Deptford, which moved the ball well in its first possession, tries again starting from its own 30-yard line. Ooh, big hit in the middle. Huge hit by Woodbury's Mike Garcia.
Well, the one thing West Deptford needs to be a little concerned about right now in their ability to move the football with their ground attack in that first series. Woodbury's going to be bringing a lot of people up to the line of scrimmage, using 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, sending a lot of people attacking the gaps, trying to take away that running game.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11. The ball at the 29-yard line. Back split behind quarterback Foreman. Foreman rolling right. Has some room. And good open field tackle by Martin Johnson, denying Foreman an even longer run, but a good run nonetheless. To the 34-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for West Deptford.
A lot of room out there for Foreman to run. We talked about it before. They're going to utilize his talents and try to get him in that open field as much as possible. Good job by Johnson to fight off that block downfield. West Deptford was able to pick up a downfield block there. Foreman had a lot more yards he could have gained.
Foreman, quick drop. Intended receiver was Dave Murnane, but incompleted pass. Good coverage by Barris Minor on the corner, and West Deptford, unable to move the football this time, will be forced to punt to Sturtevant, and let's see if they punt to him or away from him, Steve.
This is the one thing that certainly the West Deptford coaching staff did not want to see, a 3 and out. Put the ball in the hands of that Woodbury offense very quickly. They needed the kind of drives they had on that first series. They used up a lot of time.
Gasparovic, the punter. Sturtevant will let it roll. That's a good punt by Gasparovic. Good coverage downfield by West Deptford, as quickly down there was Dave Murnane, denying Sturtevant the run back opportunity. So Woodbury pinned at its own 20. 2:44 to play first period. 12-0 lead Woodbury on a couple of touchdown runs by Lamar Sturtevant of 59 and 16 yards.
Now we're getting a point in the game, although we're still here in the first period. It's a critical defensive series for West Deptford. They cannot allow Woodbury to get on that scoreboard again if they're going to stay in this ball game. Their offense is the kind of offense that's going to need time to score.
Seth Allen blocking for Sturtevant. On the power eye, the pitch to Sturtevant. Sturtevant Nice tackle from behind, denying an even longer run by Sturdivant. There's an excellent tackle by West Deptford's Bill Atkinson. So a pickup of about 4 by Sturdivant. 2nd down and 6 with 2:25 to play in the first.
We talk about the fact that Woodbury is predominantly a wishbone offense team. We really haven't seen the true wishbone yet here this afternoon. In warm-ups, they were running with a 3-back look. They predominantly used the I formation. They've shown a little bit of the 1 fullback set.
2nd and 6. Sturdivant kicking his way. Fumble. Ball still loose. West Deptford says it has the football. No indication given yet by the officials. Wow. Woodbury maintains possession. I thought West Deptford had it, so did West Deptford.
It's incredible they still have yet to point in any direction. Now finally.
Wow, it is West Deptford ball. That was a bit of confusion on the part of the officials. But West Deptford did recover the football and will have the first big break of the football game regarding turnovers and take possession at the Woodbury 26-yard line. So Sturdivant, who's had 2 big runs for touchdowns already, fumbles this one away and gives West Deptford an opportunity to get back in the football game.
I said it was a big defensive series, and the defense came up big, not only stopping Woodbury, but creating the turnover to give the offense good field position.
Kasparovic, Atkinson, the backs behind Foreman. The run by Kasparovic, and he will go nowhere, may lose a yard or 2. Sturdivant in on the tackle. Seth Allen also there. He's a junior. Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11, ball at the 27-yard line.
Woodbury's getting good penetration right now from that front 4. Although Garcia didn't make the tackle, he got in there very quickly from that left tackle position, got a hand on the running back to slow him up to allow the linebackers and the rest of that defensive crew to get in there and take him down for the tackle.
Foreman rolling left this time, has a man open and overshoots him. Open on the play was Dave Murnane, got behind the defender, but the ball overthrown by Foreman. Could have been 6 for West Deptford, Steve.
It could have been. Receivers open, Foreman a tough time going to his left.
Downfield, number 58.
Joe Mulhern, the referee, making the call on the ineligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible downfield. It's declined. 3rd down.
3rd and 11 as they will decline the penalty after the incompleted pass. Ooh. But turn that off, Joe. West Deptford moved the ball well on its first possession with 3 first downs, but couldn't move it the second time. This is their 3rd possession, now facing a 3rd and 11 at the 27. Minute 4 to play first period. Woodbury reading the play very well, that inside trap that West Deptford likes to run, but only about a yard pickup on the play by the wingback Lamont Lee, and it'll bring up a 4th down and about 8 for West Deptford.
In that first series for West Deptford, they were getting a real good surge from their offensive line, getting off the ball, controlling that line of scrimmage. And right now, Woodbury getting off the ball defensively with that penetration. These running backs are really not having the room that they need to try to find the hole.
Big 4th down play for West Deptford. 4th and 8, ball at the 27. Foreman, quick drop, the throw, incompleted pass, intended receiver Bob Miller. Woodbury will take over, so West Deptford unable to capitalize on the turnover, and Woodbury takes possession at his 27.
As you said, Bob, a great opportunity there by West Deptford. The defense coming up with that turnover, giving that field position, but not able to even pick up the first down.
22 seconds to play first period. 12-0 Woodbury. Absolutely gorgeous day for a high school football game. We've had some terrific fall weather the last week. Can't have a nicer day for a high school football game. Ryan Kent running the offense for Woodbury. Sturdivant down the sideline, gets some pretty good yardage to about the 35-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play. Sturdivant got out of bounds. Be about 3 yards short of the first down. Give him 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Again, doing a nice job running that option to the short side of the field. The fake to the fullback, the quick pitch. Sturdivant getting that hand back, getting to grab the ball, getting up a good yardage.
That's a lot of room to run. Good job of evading one tackler and a huge run for a first down and a lot more by quarterback Ryan Kent. He saw that all the way, all that room on the left side, Steve, and took advantage of it.
No, he certainly did. They were looking to go deep to the right. Once he dropped back, felt a little bit of the pressure getting out of the pocket, and nice job of running in that open field.
21-yard pickup by Ryan Kent. That's the final play of the first period on the Valley and Bow scoreboard after 1 quarter. It's Woodbury High School 12, West Deptford nothing. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 1997 Fall Cheerleaders for Woodbury.
Colonial Conference football from Woodbury High School. And Steve, great job here of improvising by the quarterback.
You can see the drop back looking to the right-hand side, and there was nobody in contain on the right side of the West Deptford defense. Kent able to break a tackle. Woodbury's always had fine running quarterbacks for the last 3 years. Kenny Wilson, a 3-year starter, doing a great job out of that spot. Number one, you look for a good runner when you run the wishbone. You try to develop him into a passer. Kent coming in here as a junior, doing a real nice job of running this offense.
1st and 10 for Woodbury at the 45-yard line of West Deptford. Allen with the carry, only about a yard. Good job by the interior of the West Deptford defense as Phil Atkinson in on another tackle for the Eagles. Tim Gasparovic also with part of the tackle. He's a 230-pound senior veteran. Pickup of only about a yard, 2nd down and 9. Kent to throw, swings it out to Sturdivant. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. Sturdivant plows ahead. He loves to punish people, and he showed it on that run, Steve. That's what he likes to do best. Contact.
And again, offensively, Woodbury's going to find as many ways as possible getting him the ball in the open field. It was read very well defensively by West Deptford. As Sturdivant took that pass, almost the same time he took the pass, he was met by the initial defender from West Deptford, able to break that tackle, and then had a lot of room down the sideline to pick up that first down.
14-yard gain when this West Deptford tackle cost that first down. Ball at the 30-yard line. Long count by Kent. Will keep the football and still on his feet. Good job by Kent, the quarterback, plowing ahead for almost close to first down yardage. Good job by Kent. A couple of good runs by him. He advanced to almost the 20-yard line. It'll be just short of a first down, about 2nd down and 1 for the Thundering Herd.
And that was a broken play offensively. The offensive backfield went to the left-hand side, the fullback going left, looking for a fake, and actually Kent faked to the right, realizing that he was probably going the wrong direction, decided to get upfield and did a real nice job finding the hole and picking up the 9 yards.
Second, a little bit less than a yard. Another keeper. Good job of faking the carry by Allen for the first down to about the 16-yard line. So 4-yard pickup by Seth Allen out of the fullback position, and Woodbury knocking on West Deptford's door again at the 16-yard line. 9:55 left first half. 12-0 Woodbury lead.
Offensively now getting back to that wishbone set, single back, double wing. Usually always have a man in motion coming back to one of the halfback spots. Everything keys off the fullback.
Kent to throw, has a man open, and the ball is dropped. Looked like it was a catchable ball. Pretty good pass by Kent, but the ball not held by Greg Beverly.
Second and 10,
That was a
Woodbury.
230-pounder. So incompleted pass. It'll be third down and less than a yard.
Nice call.
Excuse me, second and 10.
Nice call on first down there. They've been running the ball very effectively. It sets up the pass. The play action really held the linebackers, and Beverly able to get himself open there, just not able to hold on.
Sturdivant picking his way. Sturdivant breaking tackles. Gets down inside the 10-yard line.
Eagles tackle number 33, Adrian Barnes. Along with number 40, Greg Gasparovic.
At 6.5, 7 yards on the play by Sturdivant. It'll be third down. Let's say third down and 4 in the spot just inside the 10-yard line. 9:10 to play first half. Now they're in the wishbone. Sturdivant again breaking tackles and still plowing his way into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that for a second effort? They're just having a hard time tackling him, Steve.
That's an unbelievable combination. You've seen the speed. We saw it on the first play. Incredible moves in the open field. And there you see the strength of Lamar Sturdivant. Looked like he was stopped maybe prior to getting that first down, and then really just plowing forward. Great lower body strength to take that ball into the end zone.
Woodbury going for 2 again. They have missed their conversion tries on each of their first 2 touchdowns, leading 18-0. Lofting one, and this is well out of the end zone, no good. So Woodbury now 0 for 3 on PATs. But let's look at this second effort, Steve, of Sturdivant on this touchdown.
Out of the wishbone set, 3 backs. It's just a lead, power lead. We've got the 2 backs going up to the inside. And here's where it looks like he's initially stopped. And there you're going to see right here the continual surge into the end zone for the score. You got to make sure that you get your whole defense after this Woodbury offense, especially when number 9's running the football, because it's going to take more than one player to take him down.
I guess that's what you mean by second effort, Steve?
I think so.
18-0 Woodbury, although they're 0 for 3 in conversions. But Sturdivant scored all 3, runs of 59, 16, and 9 yards. And Woodbury with a comfortable 18-0 lead over the Eagles of West Deptford. Not a bad football team. So Woodbury believes this year's, Steve, this could be the year they knock off Paulsboro. Of course, a lot of people have been saying that for a lot of years, haven't they?
They've been saying it for a number of years. Of course, last year, with the graduation of Kevin Harvey, a lot of people felt that might be the year, and it was not after the Red Raiders finished another season at 11-0. And, of course, this year, after he replaced a lot of key players. But again, nice group there, and of course, as you mentioned earlier, tying the record last night, looking to break the net record next week. But a lot of people feel if anybody's going to do it, it will be this Woodbury team. Although they lost a lot from last year, with the quality of what we've seen here this afternoon, they certainly are capable.
Sturdivant kicking off. Foreman waiting for the football at the 10-yard line. Foreman straight up the field, and pretty good coverage. Somebody's towel fell off on contact. Woodbury really putting some hits on West Deptford. It's tough when you have your quarterback as the key return guy, and Foreman took a hit that time, Steve.
Yeah, he took a hit. All right. They try to develop that wedge up the middle, but this Woodbury kickoff coverage team getting down there very quickly, breaking things up, and putting the hit on Foreman.
West Deptford from its own 29-yard line. 8:45 to play first half. All Woodbury so far, they lead 18-0. Straight ahead, and good running room for Bill Atkinson. Nice run by Atkinson. He'll pick up 8 or 9 on the play. I'm impressed with the running offense for West Deptford. Scoreboard wouldn't show it, Steve, but they run the football very well.
Oh, they do. Again, with that experienced line that they have up front, you get a lot of movement. They come at you in a lot of different ways, and if you're going to run that wing formation, you've got to get good running production out of your fullback, and West Deptford's able to do that with Bill Atkinson.
8-yard pickup, second down and 2. Second back through, and good second effort again by Bill Atkinson for the first down. Yeah, they take the ball down the field and score here, Steve. They're still very much in this football game.
It gets them back in the football game. It gets them something going in at halftime, maybe a little bit of an emotional lift. Been more effective running the ball straight ahead. They're getting off the ball. And that time, the lead where Atkinson follows this halfback up into the hole. able to pick up that first down.
He got 13 yards in the last 2 carries, first down and 10. And Atkinson again breaking tackles. Excellent second effort run by Bill Atkinson, a 220-pound senior veteran. Gets it near midfield to about the 48. So he has run the ball the last 3 plays for a total of 19 yards. Second down and 4, West Deptford.
That's the trap out of the wing formation between the guard and the center. Not a whole lot there, but Atkinson just able to find enough and then use the strength to pick up that yardage.
The ball loose, and heads-up play by Foreman coming up with the ball, but in on him quickly, Sean Harvey. Loss on the play back to about the 45. It'll bring up a third down and about 7 for West Deptford.
That's the one thing West Deptford could not afford in the first series. It was a penalty that set them back that we think really hurt them in that series in terms of not allowing them to move the ball in for a score. They got to be careful of the penalties and certainly the turnovers.
6:40 to play, the clock running first half, 18-0 Woodbury. Third down and 7 for the Eagles. Rolling left, has some room, he'll take off. Harvey slips Harvey's tackle, and he's a good tackler. Nice job by Foreman, who likes to run the football. The advance to about the 48-yard line may call for a measurement.
Foreman does a real nice job in the play action with his fakes of holding that defense. There's been a number of times here this morning where he's been able to get outside of the defense with that pass run option.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down for West Deptford, and I would think Clyde Folsom would be in a position here where he'd have to gamble, Steve.
Yeah, down 18-0, looking to maybe possibly get a score across here before going into half.
So 4th down and less than a yard. He has shown, as Steve indicates, the ability to run inside. Jim Boyd and assistant coach Willie Murray, all-state quarterback a few years back here at Woodbury High School. Quite a guy, Willie. Jim Boyd's done a great job with the program, he and his staff. So a 4th down call, and a critical call for West Deptford. They need to sustain this drive big time, and you got to look for Atkinson in this situation, don't you, Steve?
Now something straight up the middle. That'd be a quarterback sneak, the fullback dive.
Maybe Foreman just keeps it. He only needs about a foot. He does, and he'll have it. Good job by Foreman. Good blocking up front. And West Deptford maintains the football at the 47-yard line. That's not been a problem today. They have successfully run the football, but they have been unable to take advantage of opportunities, and a couple of drives have stalled out. 6:10 to play, first half. Hand off to Lee. Not much doing.
Woodbury tackle, number 33,
J.D. Barringer, 205-pound junior, defensive end, makes the tackle.
And 11.
A loss on the play of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11, ball at the 48.
Again, one of the problems West Deptford faces now is they do need time to score, and that's why this drive offensively is critical for them. To go in down 3 touchdowns at halftime, it'll be a lot for them to be able to come back from.
Straight ahead, and look at that second effort again by Bill Atkinson. He has been very impressive today.
He has, again, running over the center. Not a whole lot there. He finds just a little bit of enough of a hole. Ty, number 55, the center there on that little trap block that we talked about. Able to give Atkinson enough room to slide through there. Stays very low to the ground. And with that lower body strength that he has, able to pick up that extra yardage.
Got 7 on that carry. 3rd down and 4, ball at the 41-yard line. Foreman rolling left. Keep the ball. And pulled out of bounds. Harvey with the tackle for the Thundering Herd. And it looks like they'll be short again. It'll bring up another 4th down call, and Folsom obviously again will go for it. 4th down and about 2, so a little tougher call this time, Steve.
Yes, it is. They've been very successful with, of course, Atkinson up the middle and Foreman on the play action rolling to the outside. I don't think they have as much confidence in their passing game as they do in their running game.
They're going to take time out to talk about it because this is another critical play for West Deptford, trying desperately to get back in the football game. 4th down and 2. And of course, the other concern is if they don't make it, giving Woodbury great field position.
There was still enough time on the board to get it down for another score.
Woodbury undefeated coming in 2-0. West Deptford 1-1. Woodbury trying to keep pace with the front runners in the Colonial Conference, including those Red Raiders of Paulsboro, who made it 54 in a row dating back to 1992 with a 27-13 win over Haddonfield last night.
Well, needless to say, Glenn Howard and his staff have to be very proud of their accomplishments. It's been a great run, and we've had an opportunity to see them play a number of times here.
You know, a class act last night by Jim Horner, the Haddonfield coach. I don't know whether you heard about that, Steve, but Jim Horner, of course, a Paulsboro graduate. His Haddonfield team lost to Paulsboro 27-13. But after the game, he had his Haddonfield team come back on the field and, led a prayer for the Paulsboro team. I thought that was a very classy thing to do.
Jim Horner, a class guy, as well as Glenn Howard, and certainly a great accomplishment by that Red Raider football program.
Big 4th down call coming up for West Deptford. Straight ahead, and Atkinson with the piece. Does not look like he has it. That time the right side of the Woodbury defensive line closed down Bill Atkinson, and Woodbury apparently is held and will take over. So West Deptford again moving the football, Steve, but this can't seem to have that big play when they need it.
That's the tough thing when you don't have the big play, and it's tough to get a big play against this Woodbury defense because they have such great quickness. When you have to grind things out and you're trying to get it at 4, 5, 6 yards a pop, the mistakes can really hurt you. And that time, not getting a good yardage on the 1st down with this last series has really made the difference.
So Woodbury takes over good field position at its own 38-yard line. Plenty of time to go in a half. 4:45. Woodbury with a lead of 18-0. Okay. Johnson with the catch. Good coverage by West Deptford, so a pickup of only a couple on the play. Martin Johnson has had a couple of catches here in the first half. Pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7, ball at the 40-yard line.
Johnson doing a nice job, just going down 2 yards and stopping and turning in, but came back to the ball. He was well covered once he made the reception, getting himself upfield, pick up a couple yards.
Harvey, the wide receiver to the right. He's an excellent receiver. Hasn't caught one yet today. Straight ahead and Little doing. Nice job defensively. Allen with the carry for Woodbury. Mark Boucher, a 190-pound senior, leading the tacklers for West Deptford. So that creates a 3rd down and about 6 for Woodbury. They haven't had many 3rd and long situations.
All these plays are really done to keep the defense honest. A little play to the outside keeps the defense spread out, thinking pass, fullback dive. Doesn't allow them to key on sort of on that tailback position.
Not much doing. Will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Good job defensively again by West Deptford. Jeff Brown on the play. Jim Tucker there for West Deptford. And Woodbury is going to have to punt for the first time.
Well, that time they were looking a little hitch and go where Johnson goes down, he turns, they fake it to him, trying to get the defense of secondary to bite, and then Johnson breaking long. Defensively played very well. Kent doing the right thing and just holding on to that ball.
Sturdivant kicks off, Sturdivant punts, punting to Dave Murnane. First Woodbury punt of the day. Nearly blocked. Short punt. Murnane apparently called for a fair catch and then ran with the football, I would guess.
Or called for a failed catch and was tackled.
Let's see what Joe Mulhern tells us.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul.
against Woodbury, so apparently made the fair catch call and then was touched, I would think. So this will give West Deptford a nice break. They will have possession inside Woodbury territory at the 48-yard line.
Personal foul. Hitting the kick. Receiver.
So the receiver, Murnane, got hit after making the fair catch call, and West Deptford again with a good opportunity to get on the scoreboard. 2:44 to play in the half. Foreman. Hand off to Overton. Slips one tackle, but only gains about a yard. Seth Allen making the tackle for Woodbury. Ball at the 46-yard line, pickup of 1, 2nd and 9. Jim Boyd, the coach of the Thundering Herd, and Willie Murray doing some sideline instruction. Second and 9. Carried by Bill Atkinson. He's been busy here in the first half, couple of yards. To the 44. Third down. And about 7. Only a minute 54. They're going to have to throw the football, Steve.
They're going to have to open things up somehow. As I said before, they're a team that needs to run the ball to be effective, and at times they've been able to do that. Not a real strong passing game. Their strength is when they allow Foreman to roll out and give them that pass run option.
Dead ball foul coming up here.
Dead ball foul. Snap infraction.
Snap infraction cost West Deptford 5. Makes it a third down and about 12. Now they're going to have to throw the football. One minute, 32 seconds left in the half. Foreman rolling right. He'll keep the football, and nothing doing here. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Chuck Adair, a sophomore, making the tackle for Woodbury. So 4th and 11, and interesting decision here for Clyde Folsom with 52 seconds to play in the half. Apparently going to punt the football. Starting deep. Now West Deptford wants a timeout. No, Woodbury wants a timeout with 41 seconds to play. Steve, you and I did a West Deptford Woodbury football game in this very stadium about 3 years ago, or 4 years ago. Do you remember that game?
I sure do. As you were talking earlier in the broadcast about this series and how much Woodbury has dominated this series over the years. It was one of those days where everything went right for the West Deptford Eagles football team.
How about 62-0 right?
That's right.
And a couple of these Woodbury players were on that team too. Sturdivant was on that team as a freshman.
This has been a very successful West Deptford program. You know, you look at the last 3 years and something a lot of people talk about, 19-7, yet they've failed to be able to qualify for any of the end of the season sectional tournament games. Of course, with the great run by Paulsboro over the last 5 and 6 years, there's been that frustration of not being able to capture a Colonial Conference championship, and there were some fine West Deptford teams there in that period of time.
That's right. Greg Gasparovic, the punter, Sturdivant deep for Woodbury. I would not think they want him to return this one. Kick it away from him. Smart play. And a good kick by Gasparovic. Goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So 33 seconds to go. I would not think Woodbury will try anything too cute in this situation, Steve.
Now going in 18-0, they got to be very happy with their performance here in the first half. They've got some nice plays offensively. They've been able to move the ball consistently offensively. Defense has done a real nice job. Don't want to make any mistakes down here, which will allow West Deptford to get a score across before going in half and maybe recapturing a little bit of that momentum.
33 seconds to go and a long way to go, 85 yards. But they are in a passing offense, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Kent keeps it on the ground. Kent, good job, and penalty markers down. Ball picked up by Johnson. He's at midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. He scores. However, there is a penalty marker down. Oh, that was a strange play. Didn't I see a penalty marker?
I think that's the marker they used when the fumble occurred. Kent on the option to the left-hand side, reading option all the way, eventually deciding to take it and tuck it upfield. Had picked up really good yardage, was hit, the ball came loose, and I think that's where the official throws in that little bean bag. Johnson picking up the ball, and wow, what a tough break for West Deptford.
Devastating play from West Deptford's position. I mean, they played well in the first half. They think they're going to win down 18-0, and all of a sudden it's 24-0. A heads-up play by Martin Johnson, picking up the fumble by Ryan Kent after Kent made a real nice run. And all of a sudden it's 24-0, and who would have thought this? Woodbury still has not converted a conversion today. Kent, straight back drop to run the football, and he won't get in. So that's the only thing Woodbury has done wrong today. They can't make a conversion. Let's see this play again. This is a strange play.
Option to the left, and you see Kent as he gets outside. He's still thinking option. He's got his pitch band, and then he breaks it upfield. He's picking up good yardage, and right here we're going to see the ball stripped. And there you see Johnson, who's the receiver on that side, just scooping it up, and he is gone.
Hello. Great play by Martin Johnson, a senior. 70-yard touchdown run with a fumble. And it's 24-0 Woodbury. That's a stunner for West Deptford, certainly. 4 touchdowns, 0 extra points. Sturdivant 3 touchdowns, Johnson 1 on a fumble recovery and run. There's Mr. Johnson celebrating his touchdown. (24-0) thundering herd. 17 seconds to play in the first half.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 3, Dave Foreman. Number 32, Kevin Overton. Number 5, Dave
Strange game,
Burney.
Steve. West Deptford has not played like a team that's trailing 24-0.
All the breaks have gone to Woodbury. They've had the real big play. That's really made a big difference.
Good kick by Sturdivant, but this will come back. Somebody apparently offsides on the kickoff for Woodbury.
Dead ball foul. Encroachment on the kicking team.
Sturdivant will kick it from the 35. Strong kick. Ball fumbled at about the 8-yard line. Overton with the carry. Ball is loose. Oh my. West Deptford comes up with it. Still 7 seconds to go in the half. That could have been another disaster for West Deptford if Woodbury had come up with that one.
Tackle number 3, Vincent Allen.
Vincent Allen with the tackle on the kickoff, a sophomore. Boy, the Woodbury special teams have made some big hits in this game.
West Deptford 32-yard line. First and 10 Eagles.
West Deptford with Going deep. Ooh, that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, that's going to be a late hit on Sean Harvey as he blasts the intended receiver who was injured on the play. That was pretty obvious, Steve.
That was very obvious and really uncalled for. Ball was well overthrown, and neither player was making a play on the actual pass.
Renane apparently okay, but boy, did he take it. He is staggering around, and who can blame him? You ever get hit that hard when you were a stellar high school player?
Personal foul. Number 8, blue.
Yeah, he took a few shots. I don't know if they were that bad.
You were so shifty, though, that you probably avoided getting hit hard most of the time, correct?
I actually just made sure I had about the 6 biggest guys in the whole school in my offensive line.
1 second on the clock. They'll keep it on the ground with Lee. Nice carry by Lee, but that'll be the final play of the first half. All Woodbury so far. Sturtevant 3 touchdowns, Johnson 1 on the Valley and Bow scoreboard. Woodbury 24, West Deptford nothing. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Second half action, Colonial Conference football, Woodbury and West Deptford. Woodbury with a commanding 24-0 lead. Big first half for Lamar Sturtevant, 3 touchdowns, 59, 16, and 19-yard runs. And of course the backbreaker, Steve, for West Deptford, Martin Johnson picking up Ryan Kent's fumble for Woodbury. It looked like they were probably just going to run out the clock. Takes it 70 yards for a touchdown. That was really the backbreaker.
It certainly was, and any momentum that West Deptford could have possibly gained going into halftime was certainly lost there, as they were hoping just to go in down the 18-0 score. It looked like maybe even to some extent Woodbury trying to run out the clock. A very safe play with the quarterback Kent keeping the ball, but the fumble and the touchdown, really a tough break for West Deptford.
West Deptford will get the football to start the second half. They were able to move the ball well pretty much throughout the first half. Statistically, doesn't look too bad. They had quite a few first downs, but unable to get the key first down when needed, unable to punch the ball into the end zone. Sturtevant kicking off for Woodbury. The deep man in the middle for West Deptford, Dave Foreman. Woodbury trying to maintain its undefeated record in the early season, looking for number 3 today. West Deptford needs a huge comeback to go to 2-1. Good kick. Foreman. Ooh, gives way, and a little confusion there between the return guys. And the ball is loose. Hernan was able to come up with the fumble as he was stripped of the ball, so West Deptford with possession on its own 24-yard line.
That's happened a number of times this afternoon for West Deptford on the kickoffs. A little bit of confusion back there from the return men. And it's really cost them in field position because the kicks haven't been deep. If they were able to take the ball securely and get themselves upfield, they could do a lot better as far as field position is concerned.
So West Deptford from its own 23. They need a sustained drive. No touchdown. Bill Atkinson with the carry. Bill with a good first half for the Eagles. To the 26-yard line. Pickup of about 2.5, 3 yards in the play. Sturtevant with part of the tackle for Woodbury.
And that's a good example of how quickly he comes up. He's playing free safety, so he's 10, 12 yards off the ball easy. And here you got a fullback dive. Allen able to make the initial contact, but Sturtevant able to come in there and finish him off.
This play going absolutely nowhere. Big defensive play by Woodbury's huge Mike Garcia, 250-pound senior. Had a terrific career for the Thundering Herd. Makes a big play here on Foreman. Loss on the play back to the 24, third down and 9. Foreman unable to complete a pass so far, needs one here. They'll keep it on the ground, and very little doing. Lee with the carry for West Deptford, but it'll bring up a 4th and long. West Deptford will have to punt.
That counter trap action where they bring their wing back across the offensive front. Garcia, the tackle, reading it very well. Many times an experienced offensive lineman will feel the man in front of him leave his position, the actual pulling in the opposite direction, and they'll follow that player knowing that he's going to the hole. And able to read that and take him down for the very little gain.
Gasparbic punting, Sturdivant back at his own 45-yard line. Sturdivant breaks one tackle, but slips and falls. Renane down there quickly. He broke his tackle, but actually loses a yard on the return. Good job of coverage by the Eagles as Kevin Overton, a sophomore, in on the tackle, and Woodbury with possession. First time in the second half. Good field position from its own 47.
First and 10 to Hurd.
Ryan Kent still in the quarterback. Had a good first half for Woodbury. With the option, he'll keep the football, and Kent, big yardage again. He's had an excellent football game running the ball into West Deptford territory at the 45-yard line. Pickup of almost 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Running the option out of the I formation. We talked about the fact they've come out with a lot of different looks here against West Deptford. We've seen a lot of the I. Normally they're an option team out of the wishbone formation. Kent reading it, seeing the hole, and getting himself upfield for a good game.
And again, but nothing doing this time. Excellent penetration and tackle by Kevin Ty of the Eagles. Good defensive play by Ty. That'll lose a yard back to the 46, bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Well, that time in the option, possibly the pitch might have been the way to go, as the motion man there, Paris Minor, had come around, was in the pitch position. There was not a contain to the outside.
8:50 to play, third quarter, 24-0 Woodbury. Kent swings it out to Sturdivant. Sturdivant, one man to beats him. Sturdivant plows full speed ahead for 1st down yardage, and with a good deke in the open field, gets past the one would-be tackler, then uses his power again, Steve, to get that extra yard.
They ran that play in the first half, a little swing pass, trying to get him the ball out in the open. It was defended very well by West Deptford. Defensive player is there, was in a position to make the tackle, but Sturdivant gives him that little inside-out move and uses that quickness to get to the outside to pick up the 1st down.
Picked up a 14 in the play, 1st and 10 at the West Deptford 40-yard line. Straight ahead, couple of yards. Seth Allen with the carry to about the 35, so a pickup of 5 for Woodbury, 2nd down and 5.
The Woodbury coaching staff does an excellent job in training these quarterbacks to run that wishbone type offense. Quarterback has to be able to take that deep step into the backfield, put the ball into the stomach of the fullback, and at the same time read the defense. And he's reading whether or not to allow the fullback to keep the ball or to take the ball out and run the option. They do a great job of training these guys to be able to do that.
Tough.
1st down carry nicely by Mason Allen. A whole bunch of Allens in this game for Woodbury.
With number 40, Greg.
1st down gain to the 29-yard line. Sturdivant getting a rest on the sideline while this Woodbury drive heads deep into West Deptford territory to the 29. Kent on the option. The pitch to Minor. And Minor with the advance to about the 25-yard line.
Didn't look like there was going to be a whole lot there to this right-hand side, but Mine are able to use the speed to get to the corner. These cornerbacks for West Deptford, when they read option, have got to get themselves upfield as quickly as possible to force that run back up to the inside where they're going to be able to get some help from the pursuit of the defense.
2nd and 6 for Woodbury. Pass and overthrown, almost intercepted by Foreman. Good coverage, the intended receiver, Martin Johnson. Ball kind of thrown up for grabs. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for the Thundering Herd.
Well, they read single coverage out there on Johnson. It's a play they ran in the first half and was successful. That time, Ken, just not able to get the ball. You like to be able to throw that ball out over the outside shoulder of your receiver, going away from the defense. Ball was thrown a little bit more to the inside. It brought the receiver inside and allowed Foreman to make a play on the ball.
3rd and 6. Sturdivant. Great deep. Sturdivant still in it. Look at this run by Sturdivant. That is an incredible run. A 25-yard touchdown. And I want to see that one again, Steve. I hope we have that one on replay. That was an incredible run for those quick feet. How many guys did he beat on that play?
Well, first of all, he should have been stopped for no gain as they brought the ball around. Defensive player was there, but the presence of mind to get himself back up the field, and that's so important. A runner who runs for the corner will most of the time get hit and knocked out of bounds, but Sturdivant breaking back across the grain, making a couple of the moves that we saw there, and then driving in for the score.
Let's see if Woodbury can make a conversion. They haven't made one yet. Kent firing out of the end zone, so they're still on 0 for 5 on conversions, but it's 30-0 Woodbury with 6:52 to play in the 3rd quarter. Let's see this one again. I want to see this one, Steve.
Well, they show a little bit of motion coming to the left-hand side. Then they're going to hand it back to Sturdivant coming to the right. Now, in the sweep motion, you're going to see a player out here right there. First, that's 1 tackle. All right, now the cut back across the grain and slips and slides. I count at least 7 or 8 players that had an opportunity. If maybe 1 or 2 of them got a hand on them.
That is a highlight film touchdown, Steve.
Yeah, it sure was.
30-0 Woodbury. He's got 4 touchdown runs of 59, 16-9, and 25 yards. Huge day for the heavily recruited Lamar Sturdivant. Remember, he's being recruited as a defensive back.
Number 32, Kevin Wimberson. Along with number 5, Dave Vernan.
That's the kind of thing you can't teach, can you? Can you coach that, Steve?
I don't know. I've had an opportunity to see this young man play as a younger player in the midgets. He played for Deptford in the earlier years, and he was a joy to watch then. And you could see at that time that he was something special. And he's only gotten bigger and stronger. He's maintained that quickness and that outstanding speed that he has. So he has all those tools to be just a great football player, no matter what side of the ball he plays on.
Foreman gets the handoff. And Foreman is going to be dragged down. Good pursuit again by the Woodbury special teams. And the first tackler down on the play, Tim Rivera, a freshman.
You can see this Woodbury team takes a lot of pride in their special teams, and they really do a nice job of getting down there on coverage. You want to get 10 or 11 guys out there that are just going to fly down the field, and they do a good job of it.
6:41 left, 3rd quarter. Woodbury with 2 scores in the first period, 2 in the second, and 1 so far here in the third to lead 30-0. Foreman getting a big rush. And pursuit, and he'll go down. Terrific pursuit by the Thundering Herd. Barringer with another tackle for Woodbury, along with number 65, Steve Smith. Terrific pursuit that time by the Thundering Herd, and it'll be a long loss of about 7 yards, 2nd down and 17.
This Woodbury defense very quick to get across the line of scrimmage, and although Foreman a couple times in his rollout has had some room to run, for the most part he's got a lot of pressure, not having the time to even set up and find a receiver downfield.
The carry by Gasparovic, and he goes nowhere. Big defensive play by John Stites. He's a junior. A lot of terrific underclassmen on this Woodbury team, so they should be strong again next year, although Sturdivant will be gone.
3rd and 18, Eagles.
Stefford's had a real tough time running outside. They've had a couple plays where they've gained good yardage, but just does not have the speed to get to the corner. And with the way this Woodbury defense reacts, the success that they've had running the football has been out of that fullback position with Atkinson getting up the field and straight ahead, north-south running game.
3rd down and 18. Foreman rolling right, and he is tripped up. Another big defensive play by John Stites. Back-to-back terrific plays by Stites, and now West Deptford will have to punt from its end zone.
You know, it had to be one of the things that Jim Boyd and his coaching staff talked about at halftime. In that first half, when Foreman had to play action, he was able to get outside on a number of occasions and picked up some good yardage running the football. I think they talked about their defense and coming across the line of scrimmage, especially the defensive ends. And when you come across, you got to get yourself upfield and have contained. Don't allow that quarterback to get outside.
Kasparovic kicking. Good kick. Sturdivant at the 45. And that is an outstanding open field tackle by Murnane. We'll take time out from Woodbury. 30-0 Thundering Herd.
The winner of the basket of cheer for Woodbury.
Good field position for Woodbury at the West Deptford 44-yard line. Steve Crispin and Bob Shryock. All Woodbury in this one. Straight ahead, not much doing. Allen with the carry, maybe a yard.
Eagles tackle number 66, Jim Tucker, along with number 33, Adrian Barnes.
Pickup of actually about 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Penalty marker.
Face mask. Green.
But a face mask penalty. And that'll tackle in some yards. And give Woodbury a first down.
Face mask. Here. First down.
At the West Deptford 27-yard line. So Woodbury back knocking on West Deptford's door again. They already lead 30-0 with 3:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kent keeps it.
Ryan Kent on the carry.
To about the 25-yard line. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Looked like a little bit of a mix-up in the exchange between Kent and Allen. Again, the first-year quarterback doing a smart thing. Whenever you're in doubt, tuck that ball away and get yourself upfield and take whatever yardage the defense gives you.
2nd and 8, Woodbury. And a little mix-up again. Allen with the carry, but only about a yard, so they're having a little trouble on that exchange, Steve.
Yeah, you can see that time. Kent reaching back, the ball kind of just sitting there. Allen a little bit wide from the handoff, not able to make the exchange, but fortunately, Allen able to cut back inside to get his hands on the ball and pick up at least a yard.
3rd down, 7 for Woodbury. The ball at the 24-yard line of West Deptford. Draw with Sturdivant, trying to get to the outside, breaks one tackle, down the sideline, still on his feet, down to about the 10. Putting on a show. First down, Woodbury at the 10-yard line.
Such explosive speed. It looked like, again, in the backfield, a couple of the West Deptford tacklers there. Looked like they were going to take him down for no gain. But he just runs away from the defense, and then once he gets to that sideline, able to get himself upfield. So many offensive tools.
Spot at the 11-yard line. 1st down and 10. Straight ahead, big hole for Allen. To about the 7. 2nd and 6. Atkinson and Lee combining for the tackle for West Deptford.
Woodbury.
Straight ahead to Allen. Allen picking his way.
Eagles tackle number 66, Jim Tucker.
To about the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3. They can get a first down at the 1.
3rd and 3, Woodbury.
Just inside the 5. So they'll try to get a touchdown for somebody else. Stritterman has 4 of them today. Stritterman with the carry. He slips and falls and is not in the end zone. May not have the first down.
Eagles tackle number 42, Bill Atkinson.
Slip making the cut. Looked like he was going to get in there, Steve.
Yeah, I think as he broke to the outside, he saw a little bit of an opening. Really wanted to get there.
4th and 3, Woodbury.
Possibly if he was able to keep his feet, probably would have had enough room to slide in for the score. And certainly a big play for West Deptford.
Well, he didn't gain anything. Ball still at the 4-yard line, so they need about 2.5 for a first down and 4 for a touchdown. Could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Okay. Firing, touchdown. Great pass to catch by Martin Johnson, his 2nd score of the game. And it's 36-0 Woodbury. The play coming just as time expires in the 3rd quarter, so we'll stay here for the conversion try. That was a good throw by Kent.
It really was. He had the time there to wait for Johnson to make his turn and get himself open. And then he drills the ball in there. Johnson, the outside receiver, going down and just kind of doing a little bit of a curl pattern. Offensive line doing a nice job to get Kent the time that he needs. Nice pass for the score.
They'll go back to Babylonia to try the conversion. He's a sophomore. High snap. Kent has it. Penalty marker down. He won't get in. Woodbury's going to have to work on its PATs this week.
Number 33, Adrian Barnes.
So that'll do it for 3 quarters from Woodbury High School. On the Valley and Bow scoreboard is all Woodbury.
And the
36-0. We'll be back.
At the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
Woodbury scoring on the final play of the 3rd quarter, so the Thundering Herd kicks off to start the 4th. Bob Shryock and Steve Crispin at Woodbury High School. 36-0 Woodbury. Stritterman kicking off. Murnane picks it up at about the 10-yard line. Has some room, Murnane, but it closes down quickly. The ball is knocked loose, but recovered alertly by West Deptford's number 42, Bill Atkinson. Let's look at the last Woodbury touchdown.
Well, the play action, then they're rolled to the right-hand side by Kent. And you're going to see he has a lot of time. He waits, and then he's able to drill as Johnson had gone to the back of the end zone, then came and found the opening in the defense for the score. And, you know, the one thing we really haven't talked a lot about, we've talked about the great running of Sturdivant and the job the backs have done, but this offensive line for Woodbury, a group that has come together here, had a lot of replacing to do. Hal Miller, Mickey King, Brian Boyd, B.J. King, Mike Garcia, just done an outstanding job.
Foreman keeps it, going nowhere.
Woodbury tackle number 14, Chuck Adair.
Chuck Adair
With number 65,
in the tackle. He had help on the play from Steve Smith. Loss on the play of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Don't overlook the job the Woodbury defense has done today, too. West Deptford had 3 first downs on its first possession in the 1st quarter, but the Woodbury defense has played an outstanding football game. Woodbury, West Deptford would like a big play to get on the scoreboard. And Nice run again by Bill Atkinson. Bill Atkinson has had a real good football game for West Deptford today in what appears to be a losing effort, but a nice run there of about 10 yards to the 32-yard line. 37. It'll be close to a first down. But 3rd down and 1.
3rd and less than 1, Eagles.
First down carry by Lamont Lee. West Deptford maintains possession at its 40-yard line. Jack Valentine, the coaches for Woodbury High School. Willie Murray to the left of the screen. The 120-pound all-state quarterback at Woodbury back in the early 60s, Willie Murray.
Atkinson on the carry.
Atkinson carries. Been a workhorse today. No gain this time, 2nd down and 10.
John Stone getting some opportunities to play on that defensive front. Some good penetration. He's in the backfield there.
6'4", 242. Big Woodbury team. 2nd and 10. 9:35 to play. Lee. Nowhere to go. Another tackle by Stone. 2 plays in a row. John Stone has been in on. So it's 3rd down. Loss of a yard. 3rd down and 11. Limping off the field for Woodbury, Bob Bishop.
Well, the opposing defensive front tackles are going to be in the backfield.
Donnell Davis does the honors of carrying him off the field. Donnell, real great player here at Woodbury High, and after that at Rowan University, then Glassboro State. And he played. Foreman will keep the football and hurdles one would-be tackler, but way short of the first down. Chuckadair in on the tackle. He's the sophomore who's had a real good ball game.
That time you saw their defensive scheme against a rolling out quarterback. Their defensive end getting upfield. He forces it back inside. Adair holds his spot as a linebacker. He's there in the hole as Foreman's trying to cut up inside. Able to make that stop.
Greg Gasparovic punting. Start him at deep at his own 30. Start him in at the 31, and he's going nowhere. Boy, that's good coverage by 5 and 55. Dave Murnane and Kevin Ty, and they were down there in a hurry. That's the best way to keep Sturdivant from getting in the open field.
Ball again on the Woodbury 32-yard line.
7:55 to play. Woodbury can already put this one in the win column. Woodbury cheerleaders had a lot to yell about today. Nice game today by Ryan Kemp, the Woodbury quarterback as well, just a junior and starting for the first time this season. And Kent had some room, but he tripped or fell down trying to cut it back. Still gets about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Woodbury.
I really love the different looks that they give you. Again, we've said before, they use the base wishbone as their offense. 2 receivers to the left-hand side, 1 receiver wide to the right-hand side, single back with a wing formation. They run their offense option to the short side of the field. And nicely done by Kent. Could have picked up a lot more yards had he not slipped.
Kent battling for the first down. Doing a nice job running the football today, isn't he?
He certainly has. He reads the option very well. A late flag there. Looks like it's going to be a holding against Woodbury. It's going to send them back a ways.
Holding. Woodbury, 10-yard penalty.
So the Thundering Herd backs up after the first down carry by Kent. And it's a big one all the way back to the Woodbury 23-yard line.
Holding. Woodbury.
Haven't had many penalties. It's been very impressive for this Woodbury team. You can see how good a job this coaching staff does. Very disciplined. They don't beat themselves. No turnovers, very few penalties. They have that big play offense.
2nd and 20. Straight ahead to Allen, a couple of yards. How about the 26? So 3rd down and about 17. Passing formation for Ryan Kent. Option pitch. Breaking the tackle is Minor. Minor close to a first down. Good job by Minor. A couple of Eagles had shots at him back at around the 20-yard line. Paris Minor is a junior. We're hearing a lot more from him next season.
Have such great balance, and they can hurt you in so many different ways. Right now, Kent running that option so well. Looks like they are going to bring the chains across for a measurement, but you have Sturdivant in the backfield, and they've made this adjustment to incorporate the I formation into their offense, which gives him a lot more flexibility and opportunities to run. We've seen what they've been able to do throwing the ball. Kent doing a nice job of finding Johnson on a couple receptions and running the option very well here.
Measuring for the first down, and they have it. Good job by Minor. Woodbury keeps the football. 5:55 to play. Woodbury with 12 points in the first quarter, 12 in the second, 12 in the third. 6 touchdowns, no extra points.
On the Woodbury 42-yard line. First and 10 to Hurt.
Kent at the pitch. Minor drops the football, picks it up, doesn't pick it up. Looks like West Deptford has it. One of the few mistakes Woodbury's made today, and it will cost them apparently the football. West Deptford recovery. So West Deptford in Woodbury territory with the fumble recovery on about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's the chances you take when you run the option. Anytime you pitch the ball, there's always that chance that there's going to be a bad pitch or it's going to be mishandled, and that's exactly what happened there. It was run very well. Here we're seeing the tail end. Minor had missed the ball and then makes the mistake of trying to pick it up. Most times your coaches will tell the player, just fall on it. We want possession. Awful tough to pick up when it's bouncing down there on that ground.
So good opportunity for West Deptford to get on the scoreboard. The 36-yard line of Woodbury, lots of time, 5:46 to play. Murnane now quarterbacking for the Eagles. Steve Schneider with the carry. A junior running back, 195-pounder. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4, the ball at the 30. Both teams with a lot of second stringers in. Overton looking for the end zone, getting to the 10, finally knocked out of bounds by Harvey. But a nice run by Kevin Overton with first down yardage and a lot more. West Deptford trying to avoid the shutout. Nice run by Overton to the 11-yard line. And a first down and 10 for West Deptford.
Sweep to the left-hand side. They get the guards out in front. Overton getting to that corner, then breaking it to the outside.
7-yard line, first and 10 Eagles.
Deptford needs another player. Dave Murnane, a sophomore, called his name often today. He's played a nice football game. Now the quarterback for West Deptford, replacing Foreman. First and 10 at the 11. Schneider straight ahead, inside the 10. 2-yard gain to the 9-yard line. It'll be second down and 8 for the Eagles.
They have 2 yards on the carry, second and 8. Eagles.
Clock running, 4:40 to play. Murnane has some room. He gets inside the 5 to about the 3. Good run by Murnane. Not enough for the first down, but he does advance it to the 4. It'll be third down and 3 yards for a first down, and about 4 for a touchdown.
Real nice play there as they faked this sweep to the left-hand side, and nice little hole opened up over the right tackle for Murnane to get up in there and pick up the good yardage.
The run by Overton, and he is close to the first down. Looks like he may have it.
Number 16, John Stites.
Overton has the first down, so West Deptford with 4 opportunities to score at the Woodbury 1-yard line. Schneider, the long back behind. Looks like the ball might have been fumbled. Penalties are down. Murnane last up off the ground.
Number 5, Dave Murnane. Flag on the play.
Dead ball. Movement.
Costly 5-yarder against West Deptford. They were at the 1, now they're at the 6. Still first down.
First down.
First and goal from the 5, West Deptford.
Schneider, the back behind. Then the handoff to Overton. Overton picking his way, still battling. Second down.
Again, the sweep to the left-hand side. Overton had picked up good yardage on that play previously. One important thing about that sweep when you run it is get behind your guards. What they're going to do is they're going to lead you up in the hole. Defensive teams are going to come across and force it back up inside, and that's where the back wants to take it. You don't want to try to extend it too far to the sideline. Overton does a good job of cutting back upfield to get what he can get.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. And a mix-up in the backfield. That'll cost Deptford a couple of yards. With a mix-up on a handoff from Murnane to Schneider. That'll make it third down and 5.
Now somebody went in the wrong direction there, either a halfback or a quarterback, and that it certainly was costly. With the ball down the 2-yard line, you're in 2-down territory. Looked like that time they were trying to run the sweep back to the right-hand side.
So now 2 tries for West Deptford from the 5. Trying to end the shutout. Under 2 minutes, minute 55, the clock running. That's a great play. That was a terrific play. Touchdown for Kevin Overton from the 5-yard line. Good bit of faking by Dave Murnane. And that's their patented play, and it works big time for the score, Steve.
Yeah, it looked like you're going to run the sweep to the right. They come back with a counter trap to the left, and they opened up a real nice hole over there. Easily take it in for that score.
And sophomore Kevin Overton with a touchdown, and it's 36-6 West Deptford. Score coming at 1:45. Urian's kick is good. So Mike Urian, a senior kicker with the West Deptford Eagles, gets the only extra point of the game, and it's 36-7 Woodbury with 1:45 to play. So good job by the Eagles. They capitalize on the turnover and take it in for the score with a lot of second stringers. Good job by the Eagles hanging tough in there and getting in the scoreboard.
All right, so it's been a long afternoon for West Deptford. This is a team that came into the season with a lot of optimism, coming off a 6-3 season with a lot of younger players who were coming back from last year's team. An experienced front line with some speed and some excitement in the backfield. Kind of an upset loss to Haddon Township in their first game of the season, a team that Woodbury has beat handily last week. Certainly looking to come in here to try to pull the upset against Woodbury. It's just not happening, as a lot of the breaks early in the game went Woodbury's way, and certainly the big plays have made a real big difference.
Onside kick likely in this situation. Minute 45 to go. Now West Deptford avoids being shut out. The late touchdown, Overton from the 5.
Sturtevant and Minor, deep from Woodbury. Mike Urian on the kick for the Eagles.
That's a long onside kick, isn't it? Picked up by Allen. Allen breaks the tackle. Down the sideline, hammered out of bounds by the kicker, Urian. We'll take time out. We'll be back with more from Woodbury High. John Stites, the new quarterback for Woodbury, with the pitch to Allen. And Allen near midfield. Steve Crispin and Bob Shryock bringing you Colonial Conference football from Woodbury High School. It's been all thundering herd, although West Deptford with a late score. Now 36-7 thundering herd. Stites has played a terrific game defensively for Woodbury. And there's some future thundering herd players getting ready for the 2004 season. The defensive play by Kevin Ty. Minor, the ball carrier, will lose yardage. Under a minute, clock running with 45 seconds to go. So Woodbury will advance to 3-0 in the season, and West Deptford will fall to 1-2. Woodbury still very much in the conference chase. They're not looking past anybody, but a couple of weeks from now they'll be playing Paulsboro High School at a point that both hope to be undefeated. That could be one of the biggest Gloucester County struggles in recent seasons. 20 seconds. Keep it on the ground. And outstanding run by Paris Minor into West Deptford territory at about the 38-yard line. First down carry. But the clock running, they may not get this play off. 5 seconds to go. And impressive outing today from Woodbury High School. Sturtevant with 4 touchdowns, Johnson with 2. Final score, Woodbury 36, West Deptford 7. We'll be back with our post-game show right after this. Thank you very much.
Today's game has been brought to you by Valley & Bow, People in the know, go to Valley and Bow. By the Bank of Gloucester County. Hometown banking, nearby, near you. By Proby Chiropractic. Feel good naturally. By Underwood Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of Jefferson Health System. Underwood Memorial, a higher standard in community health care. And by Ace Ford, 10 acres of over 300 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans.
The postgame show brought to you by the Bank of Gloucester County. Bob Shryock back in the sidelines at Woodbury. Big win for the Thundering Herd, 36-7 over West Deptford. My postgame guest is the outstanding junior quarterback of the Woodbury Thundering Herd, Ryan Kent. Ryan, good football game today.
Thanks.
Now, you were injured most of last year, your JV season, so this is really the first sustained action you've seen in this your junior year.
Yeah, well, even though I had a little injuries last year, we still we worked hard in the off season, and we knew what we had to do this year, and we're looking forward to it, and we're proud of what we're doing.
Now, what did you do this summer to get ready for quarterbacking the varsity this year, Ryan?
We got the guys together. We made everybody just really dedicated. We came out here and went through patterns, stayed on the weights, making sure we're getting stronger and better, and just going through all the stuff, captain's practices and everything in the summer, just to get the unity.
It's interesting to see your development. You feel more confident with each game, do you?
Yeah. Well, the first game was a little butterflies, first varsity start, but try to stay calm. In each game, it's getting more comfortable, and I'm doing a lot better.
Pretty good veteran leadership, I guess, to help you along in this role.
Yeah, we're lucky with the offensive line and Lamar and everything. Lamar really sticks behind me along with the rest of the team. Offensive line is great, giving me all the protection I need to do what I got to do. So.
We call your name, we call Sturdivant's, all the guys that carry the football, but so often we forget the guys in the offensive line, and your offensive line doing a great job this season.
Yeah, they had a little trouble the first game. Second game we did better, and today we did better than last week, and I give all the credit in the world to them. We're going to keep getting better every game.
Kenny Wilson liked to carry the football when he was a quarterback. It looks like you like to run it too.
Yeah, I'm not scared to run it. You know, whatever the play goes, if they want me to pitch, I'll pitch. If they want me to run it, I'll run it. So
you guys are up 18-0. Looks like you're going into halftime up 18-0. You make a real good run at the end of the half, but you fumble the football. Johnson's right there to recover, goes 70. Design play?
Yeah, I wish. Kind of, but a little luck on that part. But we're lucky to have that. Martin's a good guy, and kind of mad at myself that I fumbled that ball, but we got lucky on that play.
Game's a good confidence booster for you. West Deptford, not a bad football team. As a matter of fact, they moved the ball well on you guys in the early part of the game, so to defeat them this handily has to make the team feel pretty good.
Yeah, we knew that we wanted this game really bad. We don't really particularly care for West Deptford too much, so
neighborhood rivalry, that happens.
Yeah. So we wanted to just physically destroy this team, and we did a pretty good job doing it.
Well, got good game, Ryan.
Thanks.
And good luck the rest of the season. Ryan Kent, the quarterback for the Woodbury High School team, off to a real good start, and this is junior season. And young man, you were a quarterback, Steve. It's good to see a young man develop like this.
Yeah, and as we said earlier in the broadcast, this is an offense which is very difficult for a young quarterback to step into. It's not an offense where you're just handing the ball off all the time, making a few passes here and there. When you're running that triple option, you got to make the play fake to the fullback. You have to make the decision whether to give or to take out. He does it exceptionally well, throws the ball well, and is a very good runner.
They seem to have all the components that they need, Steve, to be a contender in Colonial this year. They have the big back, the back that can get you the long run. Sturdivant with 4 touchdowns today, but the offensive and defensive lines doing the job. The secondary is solid. They really seem to have it all.
Jim Boyd was excited about this group. We talked about the fact they lost 10 players from last year's team, but that balance is so important. The big plays, the ability to run inside, run outside, a good quarterback because everything's going to start there, the team speed that they have, and this is a team, as we were talking about, is only going to get better and better as the season goes on.
Okay, final score again from Woodbury High School. Woodbury 36, West Deptford 7. Postgame show has been brought to you by the Bank of Gloucester County.